Hi, this is Lisa Guthrie, 507 Aurora, Seattle, Washington, 3. To bed and a bit it, and I'm in Unit 329, and just there is blood and some Zeta, at least one Asian street gang member in this building here, and portray that they are on duty when they're not, and they stand in the wall, including. I've heard some people, there's nobody in my apartment except spirits and me, and these people will often portray themselves as legally on an investigation. There's a prostitute, you can hear her, and security guards at least from the 1 to 2 from the Pike Place Market, and they're always here to extort money and portray that it's an investigation or to threaten slavery. And they're 2 black Nazis. What I wanted to read out loud, actually, I'm lazy. Let's see, is there enough in here? I guess not. Here's the Wi-Fi. There's illegal surveillance, and it's a common gang trick, and they just literally force their way in, but we know how they're so powerful because the Seattle Police Department is involved. So, Home 7502 and Xfinity Wi-Fi. There's somebody who is using Xfinity. There's a Home-5976-2.4. Not a, but I think the 27502, and I think one of the illegal, the policeman that's a corrupt policeman. I think this fat-ass drunk that comes here, he actually tried to arrest me because I wouldn't be a prostitute. Actually, what had happened 13 years ago, I complained about a possible meth lab, and then I was gang raped, and probably they used a needle and broke in. It was somewhere else. And then it was about at 132nd, 133rd in Aurora, and then they portrayed me as a... I think he is. He's utterly crazy. He's skulky. I don't think they're in the hallway, which you can see the light of the hallway. They'd have to be in a crawl space. I think it is. So then they also hang out in an allegedly empty janitor's room. So I found out that one of the Xfinities, he's using his account to record me illegally. So for 3 years at this location. To do an investigation, and if there's anybody actually out there that wants to bust these people, that hey, so I don't hold out much hope, but so he's Wi-Fi and he's using, so that's Comcast, and they're devils. They're in on terrorism with this guy, this corrupt policeman. They're in on police brutality, among other snuff torture movies, alleged documentaries where they torture a victim like I've been, illegal surveillance. On kiddie porn, he was talking about kids earlier, molesting, officer. I bet you he has some spy cams on some kids. 3. So he probably likes to, do personal things. These gang members are very gross and base. Like to watch me go to the bathroom and pretend that I'm a misogynist, and so it's a big fat ugly pill. So he likes to watch people go to the bathroom. Then they'll present you as an exhibitionist, like to watch you putting in a tampon, and they get their little jollies out of it. They also, if they're in Bloods and Zetas, or like if they're an Hispanic Nazi or Nazi, which they're Zetas as well. They're sort of like a set, but they're used by the gangs. The gangs love them because they can scream racism when there's like a mess going on, or someone can scream gang. They can scream racism, discrimination, and cover up the crimes with it. So Fat Ass has his own account and illegal cameras on people, and he looks like you don't see a neck. There's just this round. It looks like a sack of chicken feed. And so they said, all of us are going to blah, blah, blah you, yeah, yeah, and I did. So they're counting on the fact no one cares. The thing is, there was a 911 event possibly today, and I heard they were cut off. And then here, I guess it was police. I wasn't watching, and there's no way for me to watch. But I heard the fat-ass cop, or no, the dirty security guard or another cop panicking. And then yesterday, the dirty cop was panicking. He said, like, someone said, why don't you call, like, all the police? So what they want to do in this illegal, like, surveillance and illegal investigation is then they would take tidbits of what you're saying, including you, and then present it to other police. And then a terrorist, when it was actually someone who had reported terrorism. Mute the gun. So notice if I get shot, it is the fat-ass cop that tried to arrest me about 2.5 years ago because I wouldn't be because I wouldn't be a rape victim and allow myself to be prostituted. I'm getting tired. And I'm going to lie down in a bit, and I'm going to actually activate my actors, and because you wait after doing that before you pray. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done as on the glory forever. Amen. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done as earth as in heaven. Please forgive our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and the glory forever. Amen. The lights are out because they don't fix things. I think it's drying. And one of the horse stated we have the area. So what need to happen is that the National Guard, Homeland Security, and they're in on identity theft. And if it were left, including the fat ass cop, he would actually have everybody killed, running the world with 1,000 of dirtbag friends or more. Maybe 3,000. I'm getting different totals because you've got a megalomaniac, satanic, zombie, well, I said that, satanic gang member. If you don't believe that part, just and crazy, and that they're not supposed to be parked in a room with a couple whores and some very well. You have to turn the light up, or they're all scum. They're all evil scum. Kingdom come, they will be done as earth as in heaven. Please forgive our trespasses into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and the glory forever. Amen. It's a psychic attack, but spirit as well. Bad. Destroy that spirit in the name of Jesus. Help that way. These bums that are visibles, they've confused everyone in the world and told them that I was the evil one. One of the games of these bums is to actually, let's say they tortured a spirit, and then they told them it was me and that I was the devil. And they'll have them confused, like who's not. And they presented the devil as good, and so like it's a turnaround. And so there are a lot of threats, including I've had mutilation threats. I've scratched up, so I'm pretty scratched up in the face. It looks like bad marks on my face. And people will then, after they've scratched you, they'll follow you around and say different whatever, placing them in your and your food and your apartment. They'll try to hit you in public too. They'll sprinkle you with glass. They'll sprinkle your possessions because they just the store and they just pick up the lock that you're getting. Usually they're just a few brands. They carry a lock. Invest money in the master locks. I'm referring to the brand. And keys, and you know, in their lock, they've got those 10 keys, so they get $140. They'll try to gouge you for. They play punish you to punish you. They do that, like, even with illegal surveillance. Like, you're going to pay. We've invested thousands of dollars in you, so we know now that the bum people to cover it up for them. And so we need this is the Seattle Police Department that's doing it, and security, especially since they've threatened others. I've been mostly reporting that they threatened other states. I'll tell you what, because once you've been the target of a gang, and you find out pretty quickly that these bums are trying. Hi, this is Lisa Guthrie at 10507 Aurora Avenue, North Seattle, Washington, 98133. One of the retardos in the janitor's room just something about detective on illegal gang member police of Washington. I said gang members, a door wedge so that it makes lots of noise if somebody comes in. When the door is open, so I'll say one more prayer and go into the restroom. So I sort of take my plate away. Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Cannibalism. So, an innocent person to eat spirits, you know, and like an innocent spirit just believe. Motion detector. So the motion detector is going to be in the kitchen. I'll probably give Father, who art in heaven, name the kingdom come. They will as there is in heaven. Please forgive us as we forgive those who trespass against us. And keep us that is power and glory forever. Amen. One of their practices is they like to eat body and soul. They think something. They also have cannibalism. Let's hear how many times that dirty cop is. 10 times. Cannibalism, well, it's actual even if you're eating it. He's actually. He's in at Seattle Police Department. If you have friends that you on you, you're not their friend, people terrorizing them, and they're cannibals, and you're the dirty cop, you're paying for that. He's a cannibal. He has fellatio. Bother zone. So I don't care if everyone will eat each other. Mother, ugly fucking shit ass bitch. So these cops, see, I didn't really will actually sneak around in the walls, and I kept saying, the cop, sneak around in the walls. Now, the other friends, they get in trouble. They get cops in trouble. Cops. So, a cop on a horse yapping your own. Shut up. So, the dirty cop is in there, and he's got people in there with him, playing cop, and they're all morons. And then he's got the retarded security guards from the President Development Authority. One's still here at least. A guy might be here too. They're getting desperate, so they thought they'd shoot me. See, it's almost like they won't stop. So these fuckers I'm playing were getting the sheriff, so I guess I'll call the ATF. There's a horde chanting about Madonna this. I don't even inane comments. They're not even years ago, but now and even will let motion detectors. So I had my library player wrestler, the fat ass in the wall, like I keep telling. He arrested me because I'm a prostitute. Like they have claims will to make accusations come true. So like let's say they your reputation, oh you're this prostitute that you abuse, bullshit, you know. Oh, they'll even try to, these people are in on black Nazism and trying to force black Nazis and other Mongolites. Correct anymore. Why? I don't have to. And you can semen and you have nothing to wear. You in tax hand and she's playing Linda. They're with paranormal. Maybe you've seen all God Nunque. They'll call people Nunque. So they change the game and all, and they pretend that everybody have portrayed the spirit world as owing, and also and these are retarded zombies, but they decided to pull dibs on your cheekbones. I'm going to scratch me, and you know, was it 6 or 5 that this happened? A horror was telling me I was going to that I owed something. And this is their philosophy, and they're all retardos, and this is why America's not going to last. And America will bring World War III because of all they're playing a recorded crack war with ever killed kids that were Mongoloid crack babies or whatever, and the black Nazi Mongoloids. Very bad deal. Blah, 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 blah. Bay, our sewer, already were Mongoloids, whether they're white, black, or other. I coined it survival of the shittiest, and they're playing blah blah blah. They're playing piss on you. Yep, it's a fat, ugly bastard. I think people that they might even the cannibals walked. Oh, he's playing our business, not people, and Satan obviously was a retard. Other you probably got rid of yep. So we're not talking the president running around, you know, like these people. They always say, yeah, it's the government that's going to have. I see Mormons and the white crack whores playing government. Americans doing this kind of thing. So I'm going to leave the phone on, and then if anything happens to me, you'll get it, and maybe you'll see it. There was a conspiracy, and people would threaten me. It's been streamcasted. They would try to call like 911. Then during nasty 911 operators, or even outside, they threatened to mug me, and operators have been told to me. Or last week, and one of the right 911 operators, and they were talking about killing me. That I've experienced, even if, like, let's say at social services and something or whatever, the also like they'll call, like if they try to restrain a dog, if they follow you around and assault you, admiring you, or ejaculating in your water might be admiring. And make everyone's view. Let's see, no. But also when I was out of the West Precinct gave the order in jurisdiction in court that had me raped and ruined. Turns out that I think Snohomish County, or is it? If it is Snohomish County, it might be 2 blocks. I think it is. Maybe I was wrong. So I might be incorrect. Definitely off. It was off jurisdiction, and then they don't have any jurisdiction at all. In fact, I almost had a restraining order against them when I lived at apartments because they were such freaks. But I brain, can you believe that? The psychic attacks. One of the bums is talking about McDonald's. That might mean a cannibalism. There's actually a stinky black Nazi that comes here or lives here. He's hidden in the shower, and they'll urinate and ejaculate into it. And Officer Bob is in on that, and his gross son, who's the things is trying to address me. And then I call him Tricourt Cop. He was a security guard to me for not being a prostitute, though I'd been called ejaculate. They pour poison in the water as well. And hammer for. Remember, these people are out of hand because there's a dirty cop alleged and things. Sorry, I'm looking at. I just had sort of a vision of something that's icky. Make it. Playing packages, and somebody's blowing up back chakra, but then there's and then one of them saying Yunque, and they are talking about way back. So they're the scum of the earth, but they want to hide in history they ruined and have everybody as their slave, and everybody would be like a step third, as they call them, where they'd be robotic. Oh, and he's angry because I said might be ancestors. If you hear these words, so the people get these so-called educated people, like the people in college, they're just everybody's ruined. They want it. Oh, and they're blah. You just, if you enhance the sound, one of the bums said we're going to murder them, blah, blah, blah. Retarded bums, they're in their apartment. If I ran over, I'm tired of. They could be in their apartment to plot. They pretended I wasn't like threatened every day. Now, last couple times I've had to call 911. The cops took things seriously, but I think people do. Bum playing, we don't have we don't have anything to cut out her. process. Is that does it mean they're committing a crime? Yes, it does. Already a prostitute, I can get them. And one of them is Guthrie at 10507 Avenue Northern 33. Spray and theft and chest. They're playing Irishman. You've got a moron yapping in the background, including giving false. does work. I could turn it on. I'm so used to not having it, and then the management pretends it just thing. I'm like, well, it's not. Okay. I actually have heat, and I have to keep the anyway because of the crack smoke. So used to deprivation and abuse, but I forgot I had heat. I'm gonna thank the dirty fucking cop for it. But I want him to always think of his ancestors. My favorites happens to his ancestors if they exist. One of the bums said, bum. They're talking about carrying syringes and like they break in and they're carrying syringes and get her on from strike, and also the fat ass cop that tried to arrest me because I wouldn't prostitute to a place market downtown Seattle. Management. Thing, Gabriel.
Tuesday.
I might throw up. Bums, if you've heard, like Insane Voices, this department has pretended that they're normal. If you come up, then wouldn't you? You'd call 911. Oh, they're talking about firing off a shot. The